case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
At the onset of this dispute, the district court granted a preliminary injunction to the Associated Press, reprimanding International News Service for their dubious tactics of bribing newspaper employees and inducing members to violate bylaws, but refrained from forbidding the practice of taking news from public bulletin boards. The defendant, appalled, appealed to the Circuit Court of Appeals, where the case found slight favor. The order was sustained to a degree but received essential modifications. The case advanced upwards to the Supreme Court, bringing into focus the question of whether the appropriation of news from competitors constituted unfair competition in trade. Recognizing that news articles have inherent literary value and can be protected under common law and copyright protections, the court contested this case not simply on the basis of property rights over news matter, but pivoted on the quandary of unfair competition in business. The Supreme Court held that, while news matter was considered quasi-property, unauthorized interference through transmission for commercial use in competition was equivalent to unfair competition in business. The defendant's conduct amounted to a direct and blatant contravention of the complainant's rights, including unwarranted appropriation, imitation, and false pretense. International news services were then subjected to an injunction from using the purloined news for their benefit, unless they explicitly credited the Associated Press as the source. Carefully weighing the legal principles and potential harm to the initial news provider, the courts concluded that though using an uncopyrighted combination of words didn't birth property rights, it certainly fostered unfair trade if a competitor employed those words in a manner that misrepresented the origin of their goods and caused substantial harm to the original user. It shone a light on the porous boundaries between ethical trade practices and the darker realm of unfair competition, and how closely intertwined the two can be in a rapidly evolving industry.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.